When I have to get dinner on the table in under 30 minutes, the first thing that is coming out my cabinet is spaghetti, and the second thing that's coming out my freezer is ground turkey, because spaghetti and meatballs is my go-to when I want to do a quick and easy meal. You get it done in under 30 minutes. The kids absolutely love it, and then there's always some left over for the next day, so you can rotate that into lunch or dinner. And I'm going to show you exactly how I do mine. So I use ground turkey. You can actually mix yours, but I prefer just to use ground turkey. After I get my ground turkey in the bowl, and I'm using about 1.5 pounds, I do go in with a half a cup of breadcrumbs, 1 egg. I use some of that Harlem garlic pepper because I absolutely love it. I did go in with some all-purpose seasoning. In addition to that all-purpose seasoning, I am going to use some paprika. I'm going to use some garlic powder and that Tony's Creole seasoning, because when it comes to Tony's, it's absolutely one of my favorite seasonings to use. After I got my meatballs seasoned to my liking, I'm going to go ahead and start mixing everything together. But before I mix everything together, I am going to add me a couple of parsley flakes just for a little bit of razzle dazzle. Once I get my parsley flakes in there, it's time to go ahead and mix everything together. Now, while we're preparing our meatballs, you do want to go ahead and get your pot on and start boiling your water, because we are going to go ahead and start cooking our spaghetti, because we're going to get dinner done in under 30 minutes. Once our water is boiling for our spaghetti, go ahead and drop your spaghetti in there, and you want to cook it to your desired likeness, but I like to cook mine to a little bit al dente. After I get my spaghetti going, I'm going back in just to roll my meatballs, and I like to make them a little bit on the bigger side because they cook faster, and I don't want to spend a lot of time hand rolling 100 mini meatballs. After I get my meatballs rolled out, I'm going to go ahead and get me a pan, a non-stick pan, put just a little bit of whatever kind of cooking oil you like to use. If you don't have cooking oil, use you a little bit of butter, and I'm going to just go ahead and put my meatballs down. Once I get my meatballs down, I want to get a nice sear on it, because after I get the sear on it, I am going to go ahead and put them in the oven and let them continue to finish the cooking process. So while you're putting your meatballs in the pan to go ahead and get that sear on there, you can go ahead and cut your oven on and start bringing your oven to temperature, because they're going right in the oven. After about 2 minutes on this side, I went on ahead and flipped it over, and this is what they look like. Absolutely perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. This is how I like my meatballs. Now, the one thing I absolutely love about this dish is there's no wrong way to do it. Food is versatile. You can always subject and change a recipe to do it the way you like to do it. After my meatballs is done, I did put them in the oven for about 15 minutes on 350 degrees. Once they were completely cooked, I took them out, put them back in the pan, and I'm just going to go ahead and add that sauce right on top. Now, I told y'all we got 30 minutes to get dinner done. Ain't going to be no homemade sauce in here tonight. We're using sauce right out of the jar. If you want to be fancy and go ahead and make your sauce from scratch, you can. It is quick and easy, but tonight we're going to use that jar sauce. I'm going to go ahead and get my sauce, pour it right on top, let my meatballs in that sauce simmer together, and once everything is simmered together, it's time to go ahead and plate your food. We're going to get us a plate, put that spaghetti on there, meatballs right on top, some of that sauce. Go ahead and add as little or as much as you like, and I'm going to add me some of this Parmesan cheese right on top, and because I like a lot of Parmesan cheese on mine, we're going to go ahead and add just a few more sprinkles on it. Once we get that Parmesan cheese on there, sprinkle you a little bit of that parsley right on top, because you're fancy like that, and it does give it a nice pop of color, and dinner is done in under 30 minutes. Now, if you want to go ahead and add you some garlic bread, you can go ahead and mix up a salad and put it on the side, or you can have it just like that. And it was time for me to go ahead and give this a little taste bite, and when I tell you this was so good and absolutely perfect, this is just how I like my spaghetti and meatballs, and we definitely had some left over for lunch the next day.